All right, you guys, what's going on? This your boy Town Biz. All right, so I just want to tell you guys, and I just want to give you guys some real intel of what's going on and what happens with media. A lot of times, the media, they may be in good with, some of the people that's affiliated or aligned with certain promotional companies, promoters, and all that kind of stuff. And they get fed information and they get told to report it. I can tell you guys right now that Tank fight is not sold out. The fight is in 2 days, but what's going to happen is they're going to say it's sold out, and they're going to say that Tank has record-breaking numbers, which is a complete falsehood. At the end of the day, people will put out what certain people tell them to put out. We will never see what these fights are really grossing unless we have, access to the actual books. So we basically go by what's told to us. I can tell you right now, there was no buzz for this fight. This is the reason why the media, boxing media in particularly, was basically exiled from Tank's open workout. The one that he had last week. Now, Tank had his final media day and all that kind of stuff, but this is why they were asking influencers to come. And then they also paid for those influencers to come there. They paid them to come there. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to, in a couple of days, the Tank puppets are going to put out, oh, this fight did record-breaking numbers, which is not going to be the truth. This fight was selling poorly. They're going to buy up all the tickets. They're going to comp people, and then they're going to say it's a sellout. And then they're going to put out reports that it broke its own record and all that kind of stuff. This got did just about 30 minutes ago. It would already be sold out by now. If this fight was in high demand and if it was going to break gate numbers and all this kind of stuff. Nobody cared about this fight. Nobody was tripping off this fight because a lot of people are tired of seeing Tank fighting these type of guys. And what's going to happen is after this fight is over and we ask what's next for Tank, because Tank did not definitively say he's fighting Shakur Stevenson next. He's talking about he has 2 more fights left this year. He didn't say who is going to be. In all likelihood, they're going to be a PBC affiliated fighter. I can tell you right now, Tank won't be fighting Keyshawn Johnson anytime soon. Now let's go people that's going to get mad and come on here acting like they going to try to internet check me, which they can't. Because at the end of the day, there's not a damn thing you can do about it. And say you hating or how do you know and all this stuff because I know. Y'all keep forgetting that I'm out there. Y'all keep forgetting that I'm actually going to these fights and I'm actually talking to these people behind the scenes. And PBC got a long history of putting out questionable numbers, fraudulent numbers, to try to make it look like they may have a particular fighter that's more popular than what he really is and basically selling more tickets than what he's really selling. One thing about me, I operate on my own. I'm not nobody's puppet, and I'm not finna be nobody's puppet. So I'm telling you right now, they have quite a few tickets left. Do I think that by the time the bell rings for round 1 that they'll have a decent amount of people there? Yeah, absolutely. But do I believe that this fight is going to break gate records? Bullshit. That's funny when people keep track of Bud's numbers or what Bud is selling and all this kind of stuff. You know, it's okay. But then as soon as you say something about Precious Tank, then everybody get mad. You get called a hater. Even some people call you a coon. Which I'm trying to figure that out. But, a lot of these dudes, they have, their own personal puppets. Leonard Ellaby has his personal puppets that he feed information to, and then basically They put out stuff. Listen, I'm not taking no digs at nobody, but I'm just saying it's a lot of inconsistencies out here, and people pick and choose who, who they want to deal with and who they gonna rally behind. I'm not a PBC extremist, and I'm not gonna be a PBC extremist. These are some of the ticket prices, and plenty of sections are left, and it's Thursday. If this fight was in high demand, it would already be sold out. That's how it works. When Prince used to go on his nationwide tours, he would sell out events in like 2 hours, to the point to where they'd add a second show. See, that would what you would call a actual sellout. If you was in high demand, it don't take you like this fight got announced back in November? If this fight was in high demand, it wouldn't have took like 3 months to sell this event out. And that's how it works. You know? That's just real. No, I'm just telling y'all how this works. If this fight was in high demand, it wouldn't have took no damn 3 months to sell out. Correct me if I'm wrong. If people was excited about this fight, why did it take 3 months to sell out and break so-called records? Can we stop it? Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence sold out quicker than this fight did. So this fight is in high demand. It's gonna break all these records, these so-called gate records. But they announced this fight like in November, but it took 3 months to sell out. Like, stop it, stop it, stop it. And I'm not hating on Tank, but I'm just telling you what's going on. A lot of these dudes, they put out what they get DM'd. Oh, say this is going on. Say this is going on. Say that is going. Listen, I get those phone calls. I get phone calls from fighters. Hey, would you mind taking that video down? It's up to me. It's up to my discretion. Or just be like, hey, Town, you a little inaccurate. This what happened, that what happened. How do you think I'll be knowing about fights that's gonna get announced like a week ahead of time? So some people, they want to stay in good standing with the PBC, and that's their right. But I'm just telling you right now, this fight isn't remotely sold out. And this fight isn't remotely going to break gate records. If that was the case, like I said, when this fight got announced in November, listen, make it make sense. And that's all I'm trying to explain to y'all. I'm going to get called a hater. I'm going to get called a coon. But that's okay. So I'm just saying. And the fight is not going to do well on pay-per-view. Nobody cares about this fight. Make it make sense. I'm giving y'all the real. If this fight was in high demand, why did it get announced way back in November? Why did it take 3 months to sell out? If people was dying to see this fight, stop it. But anyway, we'll talk about this later on. And by the way, I'm gonna have to probably cook Ellie Setback, because now this stuff he's saying about Terrence Crawford, you kind of instigate, and stop it with this Tank can beat up Terrence Crawford. Ellie, you sound like a fucking moron. Yeah, I said it. Anyway, this your boy Tam. I'm out.